So in this video, I am sharing 10 ways to make your outfits look better. And I haven't done one of these videos in actually a very long time, and I really miss it. My style is very minimal, classic chic with a little bit of a girly flair to it. I will be sharing a combination of tweaks you can make to your outfits to look better, and then certain wardrobe pieces to totally stay away from, and I'll have a better alternative to share with you guys as well. But just a disclaimer, if I mention any wardrobe pieces that you love that I don't like, please don't listen to me. Wear what you love and rock it. I'm just some random YouTuber just sharing my thoughts and opinions here on this platform. So feel free to wear whatever makes you happy, because in the end of the day, that's all that matters. So these videos are good fun. So anyways, let's just go ahead and hop right in with the first thing. Now, I have to give a credit to a viewer or a subscriber that pointed this out to me, and they wrote this in a very kind way. So I'm not knocking on anybody that wrote this, but when I shared these pants before, like in one of my Amazon videos, these are a paper bag waistband. So it came with one of these belts here where you make a bow at the waistline. Now, you could probably tell in the thumbnail, the photo, where I'm going with this. This adds a lot of bulk to your frame, to your midsection. I honestly didn't realize it until somebody mentioned it to me. They are 100% completely right. I think a more flattering option is going for this thinner belt like I did here. So you can see in the before and after, I feel like it just dramatically changes the look. Looks so much better, looks a lot more polished and clean and put together. Now, I think tying like bows around your waist works well if the bow isn't so oversized. Like in this case, this is really big, it was really droopy, really long, and if the bow is structured at the same time. So sharing an example here of my Abercrombie rompers that I've been wearing all summer. These bows are structured and they're not as large and oversized, and they sit more flat. And when it's more structured like this, the bow, it'll sit more flat against your body, so it's not going to add too much bulk. Now, if it's a belt like this, like I was wearing with these pants, it definitely adds a lot of bulk because it's stretchy, it's really long, it's droopy, so it just doesn't look flattering. Next up is wearing the wrong trousers for your body type, specifically meaning if you're getting pulling around your hips and crotch area with trousers, they're the wrong size or the wrong style for you. And I have to say, finding trousers is such a pain in the behind. So a few things to consider when you are looking for trousers to avoid that pulling. So first, go for a bigger size if you can. And if that doesn't work, go for a loose fitting trouser that has like a straight leg or a wide leg. Those will probably be your safest bet or best bet if you're looking for a trouser that fits you. So these that I'm wearing here, they are a lot looser fit. So in the leg, they're like completely straight leg. Even around the thighs, they're just totally straight. They don't hug my thighs or anything. It just gives a very clean and polished look this way, especially for a trouser. It looks so elevated and there's no pulling going around in my crotch. Like these look like they fit me really well and they are incredibly comfortable too. So those are my biggest tips as far as trousers, trying to avoid all the pulling or wrinkling in the hip area. Okay, this next tip, honestly, okay, this is a little petty, I feel like, but a lot of times I'll see people wearing the sunglasses like this. I think especially if you're dressing really minimal and very classic, this is very distracting. When we're going out and about, going from outside to inside, we need somewhere to put our sunglasses conveniently. A lot of times the first place we think of is right here. But let me tell you, I have lost countless of sunglasses doing that. So that's why I am passionate about this point. So instead of laying it here, is just either one, put it on your head like this. I feel like this looks so much better versus right on your chest, which is like, bam, you look right there. It's so distracting. Or just put it in your purse, but I wouldn't wear it like this. So I try to avoid doing this, like pulling it all the way back like this. I feel like this looks a little funny. So if you're gonna wear it on your head, I would say just go right on top like this. And I actually think that looks pretty cute. Okay, this next style tip, this is something I totally avoid, to have just like a very minimal classic style. This is actually a really trendy thing that is ultra popular right now. So it's I don't know what to call it. It's this jumpsuit with a really saggy crotch. That's just the best way for me to describe it. It's really drapey and loose in the crotch and in the butt area. And I just honestly think that's not very flattering. I think the better alternative to wear is a jumpsuit that's actually fitted and tailored and structured and not saggy in that area. And again, I totally think it's fine to, try out different things and explore and have fun with style. But this is one of those things I think we're gonna look back and be like,
What the heck was I thinking?
Okay, so this next one, I totally take the fault for. I do this so often on my outfit ideas videos, but you want to make sure when you are putting on a button-up shirt that the buttons are lining up correctly in the middle, so it's not crooked to the side or anything like that. So right in the middle, and I do this so often on my styling videos because I'm changing outfits super fast and creating different outfits for you guys in videos that sometimes I forget the little details, which again, nobody's perfect. I literally learned all of these from my own mistake. Next up, I would avoid graphic shirts that look like this, that say stuff like
Live, laugh, love, sunshine.
like this stuff looks very cheap and something that does not look very minimal, timeless, and classic. Now, I feel like if you are into this style, you already stay away from this, but if you're looking for something graphic that looks designer and looks cool, a couple options that look really good is one, actually going for the designer route, which for example, Anine Bing, I'd probably see a lot of people wear like the hats or the sweatshirts. Those definitely look a little bit more luxe and just done better for a graphic shirt. Or Abercrombie actually has really good options for like tennis or different schools or different parks as well. These look so much better as far as a graphic shirt. Okay, do you guys remember the crop trend? I feel like it's starting to kind of go out of style, like having cropped jeans or cropped trousers, pants, bottoms. I still love a good crop pant, as long as it's not too cropped, which is what this point is. A lot of times people will go so cropped that it straight up looks like high waters, and I've made this mistake a few times. I cut my jeans a little too short, or I purchased pants that are ironically too short on me, even though I'm 5'1". That's actually really hard to do for me to find something that's too short, but in a couple cases I ended up doing that. I think a good crop length is around your ankle bone. That's usually where I stick around if I want something a little bit more cropped. If it's full length, it's right below my ankle bone, and but just making sure it doesn't do an ankle scrunch for me. That part is very important. So when you are looking for bottoms, make sure it's not too short or too long where it's just dragging on the floor. Next up, instead of wearing thick strappy sandals like this, I highly suggest opting for something that's thinner, more minimal, kind of more dainty looking. This style I feel like looks more classic and more timeless versus something very bold and aggressive looking like this one. Thicker straps like this almost look like thick bandages, so I highly recommend going for the thinner, more minimal, dainty route. This definitely looks very classic and timeless. I'll never say never, but you know, honestly learn to just not say that here on YouTube. Just literally, I'm just gonna start with this. Never say never, but I don't think you guys will ever catch me wearing low-rise jeans, but this tip point is specifically for those that actually do like wearing low-rise jeans. We want to avoid wearing low-rise jeans that look like this, where they just really squeeze you there, and it's just, I think we can all agree it looks unflattering. This should just stay in the past. Instead, go for something maybe that's in a little bit of a looser fit, but that's just something that's just not squeezing you. It's something that just fits correctly, it's not squeezing you, and maybe don't go for so low rise where you see your thong sticking out in the back, you know what I mean? Something a little bit with a higher rise and that just sits perfectly on your hips. But again, I am sticking to what I feel best in is high rise. That's just me, but for those of you that love low-rise jeans, I feel like there's really good options nowadays. Last and final tip, if you're ever in doubt with size and what to get for clothing, I feel like when going up a size always looks better than a size that is too small on you. So I think this especially applies to if you're online shopping, you're unsure what size to get. My rule is just go for my bigger size. And actually, I just want to say that I think it's totally okay to be many different sizes. I genuinely purchase from 3 different clothing sizes. If something is fitted, I look for a bigger size. I usually pick my bigger size. If something is really oversized and big, I actually go for my smaller size. So just depending on what the item looks like, I'll just go from there. When in doubt, I think going for a bigger size will always look fabulous. Again, gives that very cool, relaxed look, but also you just want to make sure it, you know, especially if it's a top, it's fitted at the shoulders and sleeves and everything. Nothing looks like it's too big, if that makes sense. So definitely play around with that. But again, just a rule of thumb I like to stick to is if I'm in doubt, I'd like to go for my bigger size. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. That was 10 ways to make your outfits look better. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I shared anything in this video, all the links will be listed in the description box for you guys. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!